Okay, so it's the 26th of October today. So I got this, which is the other Jack's Sonic Prime. I think this is, what is this meant to be? 13-inch plush. Is that 13 inches though? Is that actually 13 inches? I have a tape measure. I have a tape measure, that's 13 inches. That isn't, I don't know. Let's straighten him out, let's give him a bit of a fair chance. He's about, I don't know if you can see that, but he's about an inch off 13 inches. So, yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, so I got this from Tesco, and it was £7. Now, we'll have a look at him first. So, hooray, there he is, in his box and everything. Alright, so I saw this in Toy Entertainer the other day, and this pisses me off actually. I've got him here. So, basically, if you might remember, not too long ago, literally a few weeks ago, I bought this Tails, and it was £20, and basically both of these had just started showing up in the UK. Mainly this one. I don't know if this one had before, but definitely this one. These are now both reduced on clearance in Toy Entertainer after being there, I don't know, maybe a month, maybe less than a month. He is now £10 from his original 20, which I paid this one for. And he is £9 in Toy Entertainer, which makes it interesting that he's £7 in Tesco, because the toy section in Tesco is branded as Toy Entertainer. So yeah, I'm interested in why it's £7 there, and that, like I said, you know, the Toy Entertainer part of Tesco is really just, you know, branding more than anything else, to brand their toy section in Tesco. But regardless, £7. Happy they didn't have the Tails one there. But what they also had in the clearance section, they just had these two, which I did pick up. 4-inch figures. These are the only two that they had. And that, but yeah, basically they were £5.50, and that, which is pretty much half price. So can't argue with that. So yeah, we've got Dr. Eggman here, or Classic Eggman. Now I do have the 4-inch version of this, not the 4-inch, the 2.5-inch version, but I didn't have the 4-inch version, which is this one, and I do like his grin. Which, I don't know how well it's showing up. There we go, yeah, you can see it on camera there, and Fang, which I don't know if I have the 2.5-inch one. I don't know if I do actually. I might or might not. I don't know. I do like his design. Ironically, he is still available in Toy Entertainer. Well, I've seen him in there as a 2.5-inch figure for £6. Yet this 4-inch one is £5.50 reduced. So yeah. You know what? He's really nice. I mainly got it because I just really like the design and that. I don't really know anything really about the character himself. So, but yeah, that's all I picked up on that today. Holy. Yeah, was there something else I was meant to mention? Don't know. Got this DVD drive here, and that extra DVD drive. Don't know what I'm going to do with this, to be honest. Don't know what I'm going to do with this. Just keep it as a spare, to be honest. But anything. I'll be honest, what am I going to use to rip DVDs? Oh, that was what I was mentioning. The enclosure that this went in, that had 2 USB-A ports and an SD card slot, the USB ports work, the SD card slot doesn't, or at least doesn't appear to. And I think I know the reason why. I think the SD card slot on the drive, which I can't move out the way now because it's actually ripping this at the minute, but the USB ports, which I guess USB 2.0 ports, they work fine, which is good because it meant I was able to daisy chain my other disk drive to it, so they just use one USB port and that rather than 2 separate ones, so that's good. And the other one I actually used for this, which is basically what I use to basically watch stuff, and that's from it from my TV. Anyway, my point is the SD card slot didn't work. Nothing happened with it. Now, I thought initially, you know, oh, it's just broken, it doesn't work. Or then I had a thought about it, because I tried it with the SD card in this camera, and the SD card in this camera, I think it's a 256 gig. It might be a 512. It's one of the two. It's either 512 or 256 gig. I think it's 256 gigabytes. And basically, I've got a feeling that that card slot probably only accepts up to 32 gigabytes. That's my theory behind it. That the card slot is only able to read up to 32 gigabyte SD cards. And that, because it didn't recognise anything at all. I don't know. I haven't tried any other SD cards, to be honest. Probably not gonna, because despite having a USB 3.0 port on the back of the drive, that was kind of pointless. That's kind of pointless with enclosures for these disk drives, whether it's a DVD drive or a Blu-ray drive. Never pay extra for a USB 3.0 one because, and I've tested this, the speeds are no different. Because basically, disk drives, when you're reading them, and that, even when they're doing it at 8 or 16 times speed, you're not going to max out that USB 2.0 speed. Not even close. So having USB 3.0, kind of pointless. The only good thing about that is it gives it a little bit of extra bandwidth, and that for daisy chaining in the 2 drives and that together, so if I want to rip 2 discs at the same time and that, it's not going to interfere and that with that. So that's the one good thing about that. I know I ramble on that and talk about a load of things, but you know, that's just what these videos are, and I like to do it. I show something off, I have a yap about it, or I have a yap about something else. Who knows where we are with everything, so hooray, happy days. Okay, it's the 29th of October. I'm doing this one handheld, and actually I can see there's a little bit of dust on the lens there. There we go. A little bit of dust. There we go, anyway. I don't think it was visible on camera anyway. But yeah, a couple of films I got today from a charity shop. The first one I got just because, this one I got just because it was cheap, it was only £1. The Croods. I did see this when it went out in cinemas, actually, here in the UK, when it came out. And I thought at the time, like, it's alright. I never went to go see the second one, actually. I thought it was a bit kind of like the generic story I'd seen like 1,000 times before. Excuse me. But I didn't think it was bad. I just thought, But, you know, I was like, you know what, for £1, I'll give it another go, pick it up, might as well. There is a 4K Blu-ray of this, though it's not available in the UK. It was released on 4K Blu-ray later on in the US and in Germany. And actually on Rare Waves, you can buy the 4K Blu-ray on there for, I think it's £10.70. And that's so, you know, maybe if I enjoy this enough, maybe I might pick that up. I don't know. It is, the 4K Blu-ray is just an upscale anyway, so don't know. It wouldn't be a massive leap, to be honest. It would only be like slightly. It'd be more for the HDR really than anything else. Yeah. Plus, also, I would have to buy something with it if I did buy it from Rare Waves, because I think you have to spend £20 to get free delivery, and yeah, so I'd have to basically spend an extra tenner if I was doing that. Maybe one day, who knows? Maybe when they're doing one like 10% off everything sales on the website. Maybe, I don't know. It depends whether I like this or not, enough or not. Yeah, but it came with the slipcover and that, this one. So yeah, what condition is the disc in actually? Let's put the camera down here. So it's not a very flattering angle, I'll admit. So there's an old digital code, which they don't do in the UK anymore. Oh no, look, an advertisement for Turbo and Shrek the musical. Oh, that is I don't know how well that's going to show on camera. I mean, it's not. I can see a couple of scratches there, but otherwise it's an absolute fingerprint magnet. Like, a lot of people have forgotten how to hold discs. Like, particularly, you notice it a lot particularly whenever I've been in CEX, they just handle the disc with their fingers. They just handle the disc with their fingers and that, like the underside of the discs. Like, the reason, you know, like, I remember when I was little, actually, I remember I used to always say to my grandparents to explain it to them, is just like, oh, you hold it the same way you'd hold a photograph. If you didn't know, when you got a load of photographs, you don't want to get a load of fingerprints on, you know, a physical photograph. So you hold it by the edges, and that's what you do with these, obviously. You know, put your finger through the middle bit and hold the other bit with your thumb, or vice versa. And there you go. But yeah, well, amazing how many people seem to have forgotten that. This next film is the film I initially saw, and it's the reason I actually, well, when I saw it in the charity shop, it's this film. I've never ever seen or even heard of it. I just saw it in a charity shop. I thought initially, when I saw this, I thought it was like one of those like knockoff type films, you know, like the Ratatouille and that, the what's the company that makes it? Was their name Brightworks or something? I don't know. But basically, who make like knockoff films, like the not Disney or not DreamWorks type films. But then I looked at the top and it said Antonio Banderas presents. And that was the thing that got me interested in it. And actually, this is actually a British film. At least according to the information I looked up on it as. But the thing is, I looked at it, when I was looking it up online, I saw, oh, there's a Blu-ray available of it. So I put it back down and basically decided, okay, I'll order it on Blu-ray when I get home. And that, because I was thinking, oh, surely the Blu-ray will be that cheap. But Blu-ray is not cheap, because it was never released on Blu-ray in the UK. It was in the US and Canada, but not in the UK. Not in the UK. Which, yeah. And, oh god, it's in 4:3. Is this cropped? My god, is this a cropped... Is it... Because... What? This was 2008, by the way. This was 2008. They was... Is this cropped? I'm actually curious now. I'm actually a bit curious. I'm gonna have a look at that listing on eBay I saw. No, that's just one of one. Because there's two versions online. Oh, it is. It bloody is. So the Blu-ray is 16:9. The Blu-ray is 16:9. This is cropped to 4:3. God, Oh, in 2008 as well. Like, that was getting a bit late for doing that. Because TV shows perfectly make sense. And that's why they were doing it with TV shows. But with direct-to-video films, in 2008, when this came out, yeah, I don't even know if it actually stars Antonio Banderas, but yeah, it's only in... Also, it says aspect ratio 4:3, but also it says letterbox. Wait. That's weird. Aspect ratio 4:3 and letterbox. So is this both? Is there a 4:3 and a 16:9 version? That is bloody bizarre. It was only £1. Thing is, you cannot. I can't. The thing is, I can't find a pirate copy of this actually out there, which just shows you how obscure it is. That's the disc. But yeah, the main reason I picked up the... Oh, that does not... That feels weird. That feels like a bootleg disc. I'm sure... It is a press disc. It is a press disc, but yeah, it kind of feels... like the label on it. I can feel the rim of the label almost. Well, I'm pretty sure this is probably an official DVD, but it's an extremely cheap release. But yeah, this is just a bloody bizarre thing. But on eBay, there's actually 2 versions of this you can get on Blu-ray. One is a singular release from the US, and then there's a triple pack, which has 3 films, although they're all on one disc. Though, if that is a 50GB disc, won't really matter too much, I guess. But still, they'll reduce the quality of them slightly. Those other 2 just look bloody bizarre. This is a bizarre thing, but... the more I look into this, the more fascinating this thing is. Sorry I'm doing this sitting down like this, but I'm absolutely knackered. But yeah, this is just a bizarre thing. I do need my haircut. I do need my haircut. But yeah, I don't know. I will watch this. I'll watch this version, because if this film is complete dog shit and it's awful, unwatchable, then obviously, you know, if it's halfway decent, I might get the Blu-ray. I might get the Blu-ray, possibly. I don't know. It's just a really bizarre thing. It's an absolutely bizarre thing, but I'm also really curious about it, so I want to know. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's a really weird, bizarre type of thing, that. Okay, so I've discovered that this film, The Missing Links, the DVD, the UK DVD, is in 16:9. And I know what the letterbox and that was meaning right now by taking a look at the resolution. So basically what they've done with this... Oh, let the light balance kick in. Come on, there we go. So they've done it in a weird way where they've... I think the 4:3 and that, and they've letterboxed it. It's a really weird way of describing it. What I think they've done is just put black bars on it, rather than doing it the traditional way where basically it sends a signal to the DVD player that stretches it out, basically. So that is a weird thing, but hey ho, it's in 16:9, so at least it isn't cropped. Thank fuck for that. So yeah, I will give this a watch, and if it is any decent, I may pick up the Blu-ray. If not, well, the DVD costs us £1 anyway. Okay, so it's the 30th of October today, my birthday, so yes, officially, as of today, I am 27. Which, further scary thoughts, because now I'm entering my late 20s, so, yeah, I do have a few things that my parents got me. It's mainly just money and that, because I do like to buy my own gifts. Some of the things that I got some Haribo Tiny Fantastics, some Snickers, and some Maltesers. they haven't. They will be getting me though some Ferrero Rocher and some salted nuts and that. But yeah, anyway, I know what this thing is. One, I can see it poking out, but two, I mean, this was literally bought the other day, and I think I mentioned it in a previous one. Go cut the tape. There we go. To avoid ruining the bag, I can see this thing's been used thousands of times. There we go. It's another Teals 9 plush. As I mentioned, I think previously, went into To Unbox the other day, and this was reduced from £20, which is what I originally paid for it, to a straight tenner. And I was going to buy it actually, but my mum said, "Oh, I'll get you it for your birthday," and that. So yeah, got another one of them. I don't know if I'll open this. I don't know. I do quite like the way that they are in the boxes like this. But yeah, that now means I've got two of those. Right, everything else, no idea. Now, this is not my normal wrapping paper. Normally my mum likes to colour code and stuff wrapping paper. My brother either because this is wrapping paper that would normally be from my brother, because she gets either blue or green wrapping paper for him and red wrapping paper for me. So yeah, that's why there's footballs and stuff on it. My sister apparently wrapped these up. I don't know if it was last night or this morning. And that, but I remember this morning my mum said to us, "Jesus Christ, she's used all of the wrapping paper." So yeah. Okay. She's gotten me one of these before. She has gotten me one of these before in the past, actually. I'm not sure where it is. It's one of those like all-in-one tool things. And I can see that it came from Boots, so yeah. I think she must have just found this somewhere, to be honest. I haven't seen them recently, so yeah, it's like a multi-tool type of thing. And that, I'm gonna be honest, probably won't use it, to be fair, because generally I find these things, the multi-tool type of thing, they're all a bit shit. To be honest, I'd rather use my regular tools. Let's see what this is. Also, you might think, oh, ungrateful and that, just like, basically in our family, we say what we honestly think about something, and that it is. So yeah, my mum will not be. What is this? Oh! Hopefully it's not. Oh! She got me the one that I've already got. Literally. I don't know if you can see. There he is, there's one. Literally, any other one, I didn't, you know, I don't know. I'll ask her about that, because maybe there's time to maybe I can exchange it. That one, if there's time, maybe. If not, I will keep it in that as a spare. And then this one, okay. Again, I've got this one. So yeah, she's got me these, and I know where she'll probably have gotten them. They'll probably be Amazon, because they seem to be pretty cheap. But I do actually already own these. That box is a bit battered actually. So yeah, I might ask her about them, and if she did buy off Amazon, there might be a chance to take them back and swap them. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, that's everything I got for my birthday.